stream.
Yay!
Boom.
Hello, friends. Welcome back to Axis Replay. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Last week, we ended on a very interesting note. Ophelia has incurred the wrath of some of her friends, potentially. We shall see, I guess.
Could have been friends.
After exploring the town while Meowny, Nella, and V at the time were clearing the caverns, they've all made their way out now and confronted Ophelia where she was having a nice long rest. Yeah, so I guess that's where we're going to pick up at, guys. Nella and Meowny had opened the door, and there stood Ophelia, and with a Meowlo friend.
Hello, friend. That's it.
We'll pick up there.
It's gonna be real friendly.
You want to do
out here.
something first?
Oh, you walked in first, so.
Oh, okay.
Are we greeting or anything?
Oh, we
Oh,
mean hello.
are we saying hello to the people?
I'm sure they know
Do we
we
just
about
start?
to hello.
You can say hello if you like.
652.
It is
Oh,
that
thank you.
stash, though.
Yeah, that's
Thank
not
you.
it.
Is that stash on camera?
Can we?
Oh, show that stash on
Yeah, board. We're gonna show the board.
I don't think the world's ready for that, dude.
The world
Axis
is not ready
Replay
for
bar
that
is
stuff.
They need
The
the
world
salt patch,
made
but
it.
Come
not
into
right
Axis
now.
Replay, have a Heineken, and see Camo's porn stash.
It's dope though. It's like
I dig it.
it's like a whole. It is. It's actually I do
My
like
shift
it.
was at 2 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. I would have been babyface completely.
Really?
Thanks, man.
He was like I was 1 hour
Okay.
away.
So I say meow low, friend, and I narrow my eyes, and then I lunge
You lunge?
What?
at
Yeah.
Ophelia and hug her.
Oh.
Lunge at Ophelia and hug her.
Like lunge in an embrace.
And then
Lunge
embrace.
in an embrace. Gotcha. Okay.
I would like to duck out of the way.
You would like to duck out of the way. Okay. You know what? Let's do opposed acrobatics checks.
Does he do that? Or do we?
You
You
both
both
of you.
have to do that.
Is it this one?
D20. Yeah.
20!
Oh.
Nat 20.
I was looking like you got a whole Khajiit jumping on your neck. You ain't dodging nothing.
Hell yeah!
That cat.
Tabaxi. Tabaxi. So Meowny pushes the door open, squints at you dangerously, and says, "Meow low, friend." Lunges forward, and before you can duck out of the way, engulfs you in a furry tabaxi embrace.
What the hell is this? Get off me!
I don't let go.
You don't let go,
I'm just hugging her harder and harder,
hugging harder and harder.
squeezing her.
You better not be
Squeezing.
The calls
Okay.
are coming.
Are you? That's it. Just
Well, do you want to do something?
I'm
before I
just
do something else?
allowing this to happen and
You
no
don't wanna-
da-
you don't
no
wanna
danger.
Look around at who else is in the
Right.
bar?
Let me get a wait, look around like yeah, no, you're right. I do want to do a perception check of like did we go around did we go down the hallway? I can't remember.
so no. The doorway under the stairs.
'Cause
It's literally a little closet under the stairs
Like Harry
where.
Potter.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, I just want to do a little perception check of the people around. So
Okay.
I roll. Oof. We rolling 20s. I need to see what's going on.
Nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'm looking around, making
you're
sure.
looking around. You see the barkeep has stepped back, the innkeeper. He has stepped back, and if you hadn't been as perceptive as you are, you would not have noticed him standing in the shadows sort of watching this unfold to see how it happens. He still has his club firmly in hand, but he's stepped back into what you can only assume is the doorway leading into his personal quarters. Beyond that, the common room is empty. It's a midweek late night in a farming town.
Gotcha.
I mean, effectively, it's a frontier town, but right now, it's pretty basic.
With that information, because you just already
you know,
yelled.
with that 20, I'll elaborate a little bit.
Okay.
So there's a set of stairs that go up.
All right.
This is one of very few two-story buildings in the town at this point. You can only assume that the upstairs are where all of the private quarters would be at, the rentable quarters. Seating, looking around with your practiced eye, probably seat 50 or so in here, shoulder to shoulder. You see, so on the other side of the bar is where the innkeeper's at. His doorway going into what you assume is his private quarters. There's a second doorway, goes into a darkened area. You kind of see some flames flickering farther back through that doorway. That's got to be the kitchen.
Gotcha.
And just based on what you know of this particular building, on the back side of that is going to be the exterior of the building.
That's enough improv. Because the innkeeper's the more.
I mean, it was a natural 20. I had to give you something.
No,
for
that's
that.
absolutely because I got to remember the upstairs. We're right under the stairs, so people, if they come down, we have people watching us. So I'm gonna slide in and just let you know that the innkeeper is paying very close attention to what's happening right now. I'm just letting you know that.
Do you have any money on you?
I can see. I think I had 15 gold, but I think that's
Innkeeper! Darling, who the hell is this?
You can't. You should.
I'm here to pay for your room, apparently. Do you have gold?
I got 15.
There's no
Okay, pay for
response.
the room, so we can get out of here.
Good for nothing barkeeps.
How much is it?
Okay, now I'm gonna unclaw and start digging my claws in her back.
You are.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's happening.
Okay.
because I want her to shut up.
Okay, so are you trying to do damage?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to physically hurt her?
Yeah.
Saying shut up.
Wow. Grappled, claws out. Interesting.
As I'm hugging her in my.
So
I
you,
not break out of this.
you absolutely can try. So here's what we'll do here. First, you make an athletics check to try to escape.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay, now you can make what we'll call this just an attack roll. And this will be with your claws, so this is going to be
So a
unarmed.
D4.
Yep.
Is it?
No, you got to roll the hit first.
Oh, so this
I
one?
get one shot.
But it's advantage because she's holding.
14?
Yeah, it is advantage because you do have him in
Roll
the
it
grasp.
twice.
So roll it again.
Roll it twice? Oh,
Doesn't matter. It already hit.
13.
It could be a crit.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so
do I
now are
roll
you
the-
trying to do maximum damage or are you just trying to like make a point?
Medium damage.
Make a point.
So you're trying to pull.
Make a-
You're
yeah,
trying to
make
pull
one.
the
I'm not
punch.
trying to kill
So
her.
you just want to do 1 point of damage? I mean, I'll allow you to do that.
I'll just
Or you can roll for
Just
damage.
roll.
I'll just
Absolutely.
roll.
Just roll it. We'll see if you die.
3.
Yeah.
plus.
Feel that.
Plus?
Oh, but that's 8.
And no,
No,
that's
no.
not a +5. It would be your dexterity, I think.
Oh,
+3.
plus
Yeah, because
3?
that's going to be your finesse.
Oh,
So 6.
so 6?
All right, so
Yeah.
Meowny pulls out the claws and
Almost
she
like this is
rakes
not okay.
down the back, both sides,
Like shut up.
with these claws.
And it
And
says shut up.
shreds your back.
Alright, there's no way I'm staying quiet, so I scream at the top of my lungs. This stupid cat's trying to kill me! Help!
Okay. So at this point, the innkeeper does speak up. Please, if you're gonna make a mess in my bar, well, don't make a mess in my bar. Just take it outside.
Oh, okay.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, you're very.
Like, bleeding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a mess.
Substantial.
Yeah.
Can you pay for the room so we can leave quietly?
Yeah.
I'll pay you back.
Yeah. What? I have to ask the innkeeper. So how much does this room cost?
Forget the room, get some help! I'm dying over
I ain't
here!
worried about that. I'm a whole paladin. I can heal you right now.
You're a whole pal!
The
You're a
room
whole
was
ass
3
paladin.
silver a night, but the mess you're making on my floor. Well, it was 1 silver for under the
Right.
floor or under the stairs. But with the mess you're making in the ruckus, and I'm sure you're inconveniencing all of my customers upstairs, there will be more than one person that'll want a refund in the morning.
I'll throw you a gold.
You throw a gold
I'll
out.
just throw you 1 gold.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
You
then
throw a gold out. Innkeeper grabs it, checks it. Innkeeper doesn't see much gold in this town. He checks it. bites it, looks at it, slips it in. He says, "Take it outside.
Gotcha.
I don't need to know anything else."
A gold.
Yeah. 1 gold.
A gold. One
You're
gold.
dead, boy.
Hell
For a
yeah.
lady's life. That's all you stand for.
You're dead.
Oh, so can we drag him
Um,
outside? Drag her outside
Yeah.
to like the
Persuasion
back,
check.
around the back. Damn.
God damn it!
Yeah.
That's a 9.
That's a 9. The innkeeper looks at you and he you see he's torn, but he lets this go. It's like, we see so many so many new people come into town, and they all bring some level of trouble or another. I don't want to have to rebuild my inn again because of more of this.
I trust it.
What?
Well, he steps back farther into the shadows in his room.
Is he like in his room now?
He's
Or
like,
is he still?
look, he's like, you
Do as you
shouldn't
will.
have. Do as you will.
Just kill me
Perception.
now.
Oh,
Do as
perception
you
check.
will.
16 plus.
He's in his room, but he's still kind of watching. You can't.
Oh, okay. So he's still kind of watching. I see. Hey, we should take him outside.
Yeah, I'm about to pick
Take
him.
her outside.
I'm about to
Pick
him.
me up.
Yeah, you're not.
What is going
So
on?
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
move
you're
out of the way
grappled.
so she can.
So
he can.
so she's grappled.
Oh.
You have her still wrapped
Oh,
up,
right.
and then you're gonna
I can-
try to
I can-
move.
I can.
Now, I
grab.
assume you're gonna resist.
Yes.
Okay, you can make an athletics check.
I gotta. I can't even see.
Damn it.
Yeah, so that's
Very
not
athletic.
happening.
12.
Like,
So I just.
You're gonna reach over and grab as
Yeah,
well.
I'm just gonna swat.
All right.
Yeah,
So
and then just go like.
Like
Over
a
the
sack
shoulder.
of hay.
now you're
Yeah,
both
you're
right.
you're
Rice.
both gonna carry him.
Oh, yeah,
Or
we can
carry
both
her out?
carry. Yeah, because you
Yeah,
already
we
had
can
hands
carry
on.
her.
Yeah.
I
So you're
would.
getting
I
carried
mean,
out.
can you just not carry her yourself?
I mean, I could. That's what I was
Okay, then
saying.
just
I
carry
could.
her yourself.
All
I'll
right.
let
She's-
go after you
After
pick her
I
up.
over
So
the
I like.
shoulder.
Yeah.
I sack of hay, and she let go.
Fuck, this is
Yeah,
I'm not going.
Cause I mean, I assumed because she was so injured, I wouldn't have to struggle as much. But
We'll make an acrobatics check.
okay, cause see, I can't pull mine up now. It's acting really retarded.
You don't have your paper copy?
Unless I left it. Let's see if I got it.
So that's a 0.
So we won't be doing that, sir. No, I'm just.
Can't believe you're gonna kill him.
I'm not.
Can't believe.
Oh, you can die. I might not let you.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, this is
I might not let you die. It's not in here.
Mhm.
I just know I have 13 strength, and I can't remember what the numbers would do.
13 is going to be a +1.
Plus one.
Now, this would be an acrobatic check, so that would be dexterity.
Oh, dexterity is 16. So
Okay, that would be a +2, 3.
I'll just roll it. And I roll a 1, so I just drop
It's
it.
a natural 1. So, Nella goes to pick you up, and you just completely slide out of his
Yeah,
hands.
just wow.
And
Thought I
at
had
this
a better
point,
grip on
it's
you,
probably
stupid.
because of all the blood that's just pouring out of your
I'm
back.
on the floor.
So yeah, you've been released at this
Very
point.
hurt.
You are no longer grappled.
Okay. I want to make a run for it.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let's roll initiative because I've let this go strangely
Yay.
for a minute or two longer than I should have.
16.
I just did 5.
17.
So
Plus.
yours is a 20. Mine, I'm an 18.
Yeah, I just did a 5.
So
So.
do I go first?
Yep.
Yep. So
gonna
it'll be
step on
Meowny
her.
and then.
Oh my god.
I'm stepping on her.
Oh yeah, you're at disadvantage. You just hit the ground.
So Nella dropped me and you step on me immediately.
Hell yeah, so then you don't run away. That seems like the logical thing to do.
So you're gonna try to step on her.
So she doesn't
Now
run
you're gonna
away.
try to like hurt her
Nah.
farther. Just like so you want to like
Just make sure she doesn't run away.
make sure she. Okay, so we'll do.
back up.
You know what? We'll make another acrobatics check if you're gonna be doing that. And this is gonna be a dexterity check effectively.
20.
Is that seriously another nat 20?
You're never gonna get away.
She is winning this very interesting.
She's very adamant about you not being the best.
Are you kidding me?
You're gonna get hurt today.
I I mean, this is.
Do I still have to roll?
You're stepped on.
You are prone. I mean, technically, and in combat, it's going to be her turn. Yeah, I mean, she's got you. We're gonna call this. Grappled again.
Yeah, definitely by the balls.
Step on me, mommy.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
If you want to try to escape it, you can make an athletics check.
You're dead.
I mean, that's effectively the end of your turn, Annie. Meowny.
That's 15.
15.
That's not bad.
15 against. What is your strength?
10.
Yeah, I mean, she has you grappled, but at this point, I think that that would loosen. I mean, you would probably be in a position to get up and get away. It's going to take half of your movement to get off the floor.
So I have to spend half my movement to get up.
Mm-hmm.
How far away am I from the stairs?
Well,
You ain't going nowhere. No,
how far are you
said-
from the stairs? You're about
I'm right
15
under.
feet from the stairs. Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to get up and run towards the stairs.
Okay, so you can get to the bottom of the stairs, and then that would be the end of your turn.
Okay. And I want to yell up the stairs.
You're yelling up the stairs.
What the?
These lunatics are trying to kill me. Where are the guards?
Okay. It is your turn.
I can't even sleep with this ruckus.
He trying to be in here.
I'm trying to be.
All right, I roll a 17. So
What are you doing?
I was just gonna follow him, but
Are you just chasing?
well, yeah, but
I mean, you're
I
about
wasn't gonna
15
hit
feet away
him.
from. You're about 15 feet away from the bottom of the stairs as well.
I'm just gonna say freeze or I'll kill you and move towards him. But really, I could move in front of him. Yeah, I just block the steps.
You're gonna run
be
over
like-
and block the stairs.
and
Okay.
just say move and I'll kill you, and
Sure.
I pull out my rapier. I ain't even gonna hit him.
Okay. So weapons
Or
drawn.
her, or her.
Nella
I
stands
forget.
in front
I keep
of
forgetting.
the Genasi, and yeah, I mean,
It's just like move and I kill you.
move and I kill you. So you've shouted for assistance, and Nella is blocking the stairs.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
At this point, the innkeeper steps back out of his room, and this time he's coming around the corner. He's like, "I've asked you twice now. Get it outside. You're not doing it, so I'm gonna do it." And he is advancing immediately on you.
On me?
On you.
Oh, I say, well, we're trying to get her to go outside, but she keeps trying to run
Well,
inside.
he's coming at you with his cudgel
Oh,
up.
okay.
Yeah. At this point, it's turned into an additional combatant. So he advances on you, and that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Oh
So
my
he
God.
comes at you, and he swings the cudgel at you.
That hits.
What the? Okay.
Does that hit?
That hits.
Okay. That's cocked. That is going to be 4 points of damage.
Oh my god.
What is this?
Oh, my hero, have you come to save me?
No, I want you out of my inn.
Well, then that's that then.
Okay, can I run out?
It is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
You're heading out of the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna run right outside.
Right outside.
Yep.
All right, cool. So you get outside the inn, and you're standing in front of the inn
Yep.
at this point. Okay, fair enough. That's the end of your turn. Nothing else you want to do?
I'm gonna look around and see what's going on outside.
Look around outside. Okay. So you've moved out. As your action, make a perception check.
5 plus. Wait, where's my perception? 2. 7.
It's really dark out. You
my
can't
God.
see much.
But I have night vision.
Yeah, you don't see a whole lot going on.
Okay.
It's pretty dark out.
You just got hit.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, so there's not a lot that you can see.
Oh, my head.
It's probably chalked up to the fact you just came out of a place that had light, and so your eyes are still adjusting at this point. So it's going to be your turn now, Ophelia.
I'd like to raise my hands in front of me and say, "Whoa, friend, what do you want from me?"
And who are you speaking to?
Nella, who's
Nella.
blocking the stairs.
Oh, what do I say back? I'm just like, go follow the cat.
Oh, where are you trying to take me?
Follow the cat.
But why?
Follow the cat. I'm not gonna tell you nothing.
Okay. I turn and slowly walk towards the door. Very slowly.
Slowly walking
Taking
towards the
my
door.
Sweet ass time.
Okay. If you're walking slowly, then you'll make it halfway across the inn.
You won't die.
Okay, is that it?
I look back at Nella and say, I forgot my stuff under the stairs. Can I go get it?
Oh,
Is that the end?
okay.
So is that
yeah,
everything?
is that it?
That's the end of your
So
turn.
I look at the innkeeper and I'm like, I mean, if you want her to bleed all over your floor, that's on you. That's what I say to the innkeeper.
You're moving the right direction now.
yeah,
And I'd like it if you'd keep moving as well.
I'm gonna follow it.
You're following.
I'm following the Genasi towards the door.
Okay.
If you want to turn
I
around,
need my stuff.
if you want to turn around and bleed all over the floor, you can do that.
Alright, innkeeper. At least you can fetch me my stuff. I thought we were friends.
I thought we were.
What did you have in the room?
My
He just goes
backpack.
walking towards the room. Okay.
Okay, and I'll exit.
Okay. So you're out
And I
in the street
follow.
at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're all outside.
Yeah, I'm just standing there.
At this point, it's going to be your turn.
And his face is like, I just got cobbled. I'm finna kill you.
So the Genasi comes out the door, and you're face to face, standing in front of the inn in the street.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask him ask her what she's been up to. What have you been up to? Meow meow.
Darling, let me tell you what I've been up to. But first, let me not bleed to death.
I can't heal you.
The fuck?
Meow meow.
You over there, you can heal, right?
After you answer these questions, yeah.
Oh, come on.
It's a wrap.
I'm about to pass out.
Yeah, my rapier is definitely out, so if you go unconscious, then I'll just finish it.
Alright, I pretend to fall unconscious.
Okay, good.
You pretend to fall
That's what
unconscious.
you really want to do?
My knees give out, and I fall face first into the
Oh
ground.
my god. Is that what you want to choose to do?
I mean,
Let it happen. How does the DM suppose?
you can make a performance check.
I don't care whether he's out or not.
I'm not using that one anymore. This is 7.
Okay.
I mean, it's not terrible, but
Alright, that's going
I
to
mean,
jail.
it's nobody's really impressed by what just
Alright, I'm just gonna lay there.
laid on the ground.
this is now he's laying on the ground, so put him in prone.
Okay, so
Run it out.
Ophelia's laying on the ground, faux unconscious. You can kind of tell that it's not very elaborate ruse.
Well, can I look around again? This time I'm specifically looking for somewhere that we can go that doesn't have anyone.
Yes. So you look around, and this time, you see 3 people approaching from the direction of the well.
I mean, do I need to roll for more information? Like what
Sure.
are they carrying?
You can make a
There's-
perception check.
There.
Sorry.
Man, your hand was in the
Sorry.
way.
You
but
wanna
it's
roll?
You can re-roll that because
Okay.
his hand did stop that.
Okay, it wasn't that much higher. It's a 9 plus a perception. 11.
11. Okay. You see these these individuals that are walking towards you. They all have long cloaks on. All of their clothing is dark. The one in front is a little more slight than the others. The 2 behind, well, I say a little more, a lot more slight than the others.
Slight as in like skinnier?
It's kind of smaller in stature. The 2 in the back are definitely larger.
Are they coming from behind me?
No, they're coming from the. Let's
coming
see,
from the
they're coming
well
from
towards
behind Annie or
Do I see
Meownie.
them?
No, because you're laying on the ground, trying to pretend to be passed out.
Yeah.
So you would absolutely not see them.
I think there's people approaching. We need to get this fool out of here.
Yeah.
Do you see anything anywhere we can run to hide?
back up. Alright. So perception is 2 plus. What was that, 18? Yep, 18 plus 2. So perception check on whether I see anything around for us.
Okay. So you definitely see a number of things. Let's start here. So you're in the square, effectively.
Okay.
And the way it looks is like this. So the well sits here.
Okay. You smell this? Okay.
Somebody's got something going on down there.
Damn, savage.
Is it loud?
Oh, it's loud.
Me?
And that ain't music.
Ooh.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I smell that now. I didn't do anything.
No, we're saying it's fine.
It's awfully noisy, sir.
It's noisy.
So the fat pig sits right here. This is where you've just come out of.
No, okay.
Okay. And this is
That's Ophelia.
She's on it.
okay. So
Yeah, I'm right there.
there
Yeah.
you guys are. So there's Meowny. And then what you see first is these three figures
My head's not in it.
walking towards you.
Are you?
Oh my god.
Now,
Yeah, let me.
you immediately recognize one of them as the half-orc that had come down the well previously.
Yeah.
You know his name to be Brax.
Yeah.
The other two you haven't seen before. They are. I mean, they're almost all on you already.
Yeah.
So there's really not a whole lot of running away you're doing.
I'm gonna start to try to get Ophelia to get up. Like,
Well,
get up.
Well, I was gonna just grab because you face first down. Yeah, I'm gonna just grab Ophelia's arms by the arms and drag her and go. Oh, this one's hurt. Let me take her somewhere safe to heal her.
Cool.
I was gonna just yell that out so they know what we're doing.
Just yell that out.
Yeah.
Give me a deception check.
Okay. Where's my deception? Ooh, it's 3. And it's garbage. 4 plus 3.
Okay. So, trying to help Ophelia up. Oh my goodness, let's get you off of the ground so that we can get you somewhere to heal you.
Yeah, that's what just happened.
That's about how that comes out.
Jesus.
Not a whole lot of anybody buying it. Ophelia, or Meowny, or obviously the others as they continue to advance on you. And the one in the back that you know is Brax, you can hear him mutter to the others, 2 of these are the ones that were in the well earlier. And the one in the front says in a voice, well then, should we intervene or should we not? Or should we let this play out?
Okay, so I'm gonna run up to them. Be like, yellow.
The one in the very back says in a voice that you recognize,
Ooh.
we should intervene now. The one on the ground could be useful.
And I hear this.
You hear this.
Do I hear?
She wears the signet.
God damn it.
Do I hear it?
Yeah, we all heard it.
You all hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're close enough to you at this point where you all hear it.
I say, Meowlo, we found our friend injured, and we're trying to get her to get up. But she won't get up. She's face planted on the floor like a Dumbo.
I'd like to get up on my knees and whisper to Noah, if possible.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, this might be a problem that I don't know
Oh
about.
boy.
Oh. 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 Okay.
What's going on? I passed out for a minute.
Oh, you fainted in the end after the altercation we had. I know there was a lot going on. Mountie, our friend, she's awake. We can go now.
Oh. Okay, so then I turn back around to Ophelia. Who is she still on the ground?
She had risen to her knees.
Yeah, she's on her
So
knees.
is she like, how high is she on her knees?
She's like,
Like, is she to my
she's like-
elbows?
I'm 5'11", so
yeah, she's like,
Okay, I'm 4'10". So where is she?
probably to like your
Is that to like my
to chest,
my
probably.
chest?
Yeah,
Maybe a little below.
yeah, a little below.
Okay. I'm gonna unsheath my claws and try to kill her.
Oh my
Serious?
god.
Yeah.
You know what? Make the attack.
Oh
And-
my god.
Yeah. Go ahead. Roll the attack.
Oh, 17.
that hits.
That's crazy.
17 hits.
That's crazy.
Okay. Roll for damage.
This one or
No.
my claws? My 5 from 4.
Your claws.
2
Plus
3.
3.
plus 3.
That'll be 5 points of damage.
You did?
Unconscious.
Okay.
So
Wait, at what point do I die?
like-
you'll still be making.
It's death
You've got
saves.
your 3 death saves. So
That's gonna
this
be interesting.
This takes place, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, Meowny
just like
takes the claws out and just slashes straight across.
My throat.
And Ophelia is trying to hold the blood in at this point and falls back face first in the street in front of the fat pig.
Jesus Christ.
And she begins to bleed out at this point, and you hear all 3 of the others swear. One in Orcish,
Yeah.
one in Elvish, and the other in Common.
Okay. So what's that comment say?
What was an orc?
And it's a half orc. Wow.
That's gonna be interesting.
Why did you do that, cat? Says the elf.
I have PTSD from water genocides.
That's right.
What?
That's right.
You have PTSD from water genasi.
They're not as special as you think. Meow meow. They're not the real treasures. Meow meow meow.
They're
I just
not
want everyone
the
to know that
real
my character is standing
treasures.
there looking in awe about everything that's happening. Like, oh.
Okay. So
I need a drink.
at this point,
Oh.
yep.
When does she come in?
I need
Eventually.
you to
Eventually.
roll initiative.
Oh, that's
A 10?
crazy.
13.
2, I ain't going nowhere. No, I'm just kidding.
I need to roll
Oh yeah,
2
plus.
for my death saves.
You may as well.
2 plus 3 so
At this
5.
point,
That's 17.
Okay, you're good. Ooh.
Wanna see a hot chick?
so did you say hot
Hot
chick?
trick.
Yeah,
Hot trick.
chick.
Hot
No,
trick.
it didn't say. It,
Wanna
It
see
didn't
a hot
sound like
chick?
it. Wanna see a hot chick? Boom, headshot. Wow.
Just went serious.
Okay. Dang, she mad.
so
Ah.
from down in the street at this point, well, first down the stairs, you've heard a disturbance from your room, and you heard the innkeeper encourage some people to leave violently. You heard the disturbance move out to the street, and at this point you have heard a loud exclamation from multiple people. That's about it. In 3 different languages, son of a bitch is yelled and echoes up and down the street.
I understand 2 of them.
There you go. So, you're at this point. You're in your room.
Where's the room?
Is somewhere in here?
Yeah, it would be inside there. Second floor. You would have the stairs to traverse, and that's a very rough sketch. It's not really going to be to scale.
That's fine. I go, violence for Violet.
Violence for Violet.
What?
I open my window very quietly and I just peek through.
Okay, you look out and you peek through. Okay, so you look down into the street, and right below in the front of the inn, you see a body on the ground between between two others, and you see three other individuals advancing on them. The three individuals are still cursing and trying to figure out how they're handling this situation, more or less. At this point, they've sort of stepped back briefly, but the air is pretty tense. You have a feeling, just based on the way, specifically, the heavily armored human in the very back is kind of fingering this sword that he has on his belt, that he's just seconds away from pulling it and engaging in combat.
I think to myself, how dare they kill an unarmed woman, those three gentlemen?
Oh. Okay, can I start screaming? As you're
Okay, I
thinking that?
roll initiative.
Sure, go ahead and jump in the initiative order.
20.
Wow.
Serious, Nat?
Yeah.
And what was the, what is your initiative modifier? Because it
Wow.
actually matters.
22.
Okay.
Is it minus 13?
You'll be alright.
Am I rolling?
No.
No, you
Not yet.
You ain't getting.
How dare they kill an innocent, unarmed woman?
Okay.
They'll see a hot chick.
Oh my.
Boom. Headshot.
Oh my God! I hate it.
What was your roll for Ophelia?
15.
Yeah, it was a 15.
So 17.
And then you were at the bottom, weren't you, Noah?
They ain't
Okay.
doing nothing.
So,
I'm still amazed. I'm like,
I'm
oh
amazed too.
no.
I've never experienced anything like
Nothing
this.
like this. I don't know who's playing the game and who loses.
So at this point, the three appear to come to a decision. The berserker draws the large axe that you had seen him wield earlier. The human warrior, or the human in the heavy armor, he pulls out a two-handed weapon, probably the same height as you. If you stand it on its tip in the dirt, the top of it would be about your height. And the elf in the front takes 2 steps back and reaches into a pouch at his waist and pulls something out. And at this point, combat has been joined. So the first thing that I am going to need will be for each of you to make... where are they at? I'm going to need saving throws from each of you.
Jesus Christ.
Even
Is it
me,
the
or is it
D20?
just the-
These two.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the D20.
It's not me.
Well, you're
not me.
You're
Not you.
A 10? Wait, a
That
saving
is-
throw in what?
That is going
Ooh,
to
a nat
be...
one.
I just awesome.
the-
It's just great one.
I think
Okay.
Meownie's power
So
transformed.
that's going to be a wisdom save for each of you.
A wisdom,
Wow.
so a 12?
12.
Yeah, I'm one.
Okay.
So
So you are both paralyzed.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
mage in the back has used hold person, and you are both just stuck. You can't move.
You can't talk or nothing.
Yeah, you are 100% completely paralyzed at this point.
Oh,
Awesome.
shit.
Awesome.
And here's what we'll do. If you want to go through what paralyzed is, then you may.
Incapacitated, can't move or speak. Auto fail strength and dexterity checks. Attack rolls have advantage.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
It says advantage.
No.
If they
Attack rolls have advantage
On
against
you,
you.
yeah.
Oh. Any attacks that land from attackers within 5 feet are critical hits. Damn, we dead.
Yeah.
So
pretty
1,
much.
2, 3.
Why does that even happen?
1, 2, 3.
You guys wilded.
So
He's just killing
they come
all-
walking up to you, and they are inspecting This one is looking at you, more or less sizing up. You feel the exact spot where he's gonna remove your head from your shoulders. This one rolls Ophelia over in the street and grabs the chain around your neck and pulls it up and inspects it briefly, and then reaches in a pouch and dumps a potion down your throat.
What
You get 7 hit points back.
Oh my god.
the? What the?
So if I was at negative, So if I was at 0, I'm at 7.
Yep.
What if I was at negative 2?
If you're at 0 effectively.
Yeah.
That's how that works. You've got 7 health.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he dumps that potion down your throat.
Do I wake up immediately?
Yeah. Now you're healed.
So the
Hallelujah.
first thing I see is his face.
Hold
The first thing you see is this orc, and it's basically holding your head off of the ground with the chain around your neck, and it pours it pours this down your throat, not gently. This is probably one of the least pleasant healing experiences to ever be bestowed upon anyone. So yeah,
Do I recognize it? Is it the same one from the inn?
you don't recognize him.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yes. Actually, this is the same one whose food you tried to steal the first time you went into the inn. And he grabbed your wrist and prevented you from doing so.
don't. That's who that was.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
So you absolutely have met Brax.
And got the hell on.
Oh,
And so as he's holding you up, he's just poured this down your throat. He looks into your eyes and says, "Where did you come by this signet, Genasi?" And then at that point, we're going to go to the human warrior who... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
Do I roll? Oh.
Okay, so he doesn't swing his sword just yet. It's sort of resting on his shoulder, and he's really eyeing you like you'd eye a piece of perfectly marbled steak, trying to decide the exact spot you want to cut it first. And it's just resting there, but he doesn't quite go through with it yet. At that point, it would be Violet's turn.
So right now, I'm just watching from the dark window. They don't know
Yeah.
I exist yet.
Nobody knows you exist yet.
Alright, so I'm just peeking out over this, and I'm very confused. I have no clue what's going on. I'm half asleep. I'll do nothing.
Do nothing. Okay. Fair enough.
I wait for the tides to turn.
So with that, it is Ophelia's turn.
oh, hello, love.
I hate everything.
What am I
about
doing
this.
on the ground?
The cat tried to take your throat out. Where did you get this signet? And he's holding you up by the chain.
By the chain, so it's really
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
it's like digging into the back of your neck, but he's making a point of showing you the ring. So it's like twisted up around, so the chain is kind of pulling tightly.
Oh god.
Can I try to get up?
Really?
You want to try to stand?
Yeah.
You can absolutely try to stand. That's going to be...
Just remember, my
That is
character
gonna
is
be-
looking at you like this.
That is going to be an athletics check.
Just remember that.
Yeah, you don't stand up.
You slip and fall.
You attempt to stand up, and as you begin to sort of lurch forward, the half-orc plants his knee like, right on your sternum and forces you back to the ground. I ask question. Did not tell you to move yet. Where did you get Signet?
Depends. Who's asking?
The person that's about to rip your throat the rest of the way out. Where did you get the signet?
Let's just say a friend of mine.
Okay. So, it is Meownie's turn. and
But I'm paralyzed.
you are indeed paralyzed. You can do absolutely nothing.
Oh, boy.
You do get to make a saving throw. Let's see here. At the end of each of its turns, you can make another wisdom saving throw. So you can make another wisdom saving throw.
A 4?
A 4. Yep. So you're still paralyzed.
Oh.
And now it is Nella's turn.
But he's paralyzed.
He is still paralyzed, so this is the end of his
Oh.
turn.
3 plus 2
Yep,
is
you're still
5.
paralyzed.
This is
Damn, we're
crazy.
paralyzed. Haha.
Okay, so it loops all the way back around. The elf that had originally cast the hold person spell at this point. He's gonna watch this play out. He stands back by the well, and he appears to ready something. Just as you stand there, you see something begin to glow between his fingers, but he doesn't do anything with it just yet. And with that, it comes back to Brax. I'll ask you one more time, and if you do not give me a straight answer, there won't be coming back. Where did you get the signet? And then, with that, the warrior at this point fucking hell. For whatever reason,
Oh no!
has still not quite decided if he's going to behead you. So everything appears to be hinging on Ophelia's reticence to offer an answer. And it loops back around to Violet, who is watching quietly from the dark open window overlooking the
This is
The
the
street.
most tense moment in the entire history of D&D I've ever had. So many people about to
I
die.
peek around, and then I pick up like a pebble or like a piece of cracked wood from the room,
This is not gonna happen.
or something from my room that can be
Okay.
tossable.
So you're in a room, and it is, I mean, this is basic room. There is bed.
Alright.
There is, I mean, there's a table with a candle on it.
Alright.
So the extent of what you have available to throw would be the candle.
Candle.
No, I got it. I open my oil flask, and I toss it out my room to I try to toss it this direction or to the other side of the street
Okay.
to create a distraction.
You try to toss an oil flask to the other side of the street,
Yeah.
and it's open.
Yes.
So it's going to be
Yes.
okay.
Is that gonna start a fire?
What is make a? We'll just call it a dexterity attack.
I'll try aiming it like this direction.
Okay, and your goal is to not hit anyone.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay, good. Just give me an attack roll,
10
and then your dexterity.
plus 2, 12.
12. You toss it, and it doesn't go as far as you really want it to go. Oil kind of trickles out, and it just lands right between them. And the elf sees you at this point up in the window, and lets fly.
Oh no.
I mean, what do you want me to do? It the elf lets fly with
He laughed.
I mean, guys.
Wait, you
Yeah, I
can
don't
do
know
a
what that
reaction
was.
attack?
Hmm?
You can do a reaction attack?
So
what
he
it's
was
ready.
holding a spell. It's he was holding an action. So basically, he was waiting for something to happen. Specifically, he was waiting for an aggressive action to take place, and that aggressive action has taken place. So he lets fly, and you see. Let's see. So all of a sudden, where there was the one glowing point that he had worked up, it splits into 3 tiny motes of light, and then they all just come darting up straight through the window. You know what these are, right?
That's,
No.
something. What is it?
Damn, the
Something
innkeeper about to
missile?
rebuild his inn.
It's magic missile. Oh
Magic
shit!
missiles.
It's magic missile.
You take 7 points of damage.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
that's not that
Damn.
much actually.
It's not in cover.
Yeah, am I not?
Magic missiles, as long as they have view,
Yeah. It
they
just
hit you.
It just hit.
It's just an auto hit.
Shit, new campaign
It
next
just
week.
hit.
Oh shit! I mean, he's trying to kill us.
Well, I mean, at least you get hit and fall down.
I fall down. I'm bleeding.
So you fall down in the
no.
windows?
No, I'm
No.
just
Like
ducking.
backwards,
Okay.
like boom.
Okay. Are you still looking out the window? Is the question.
I say, hey, how dare you?
Oh, you gonna yell?
Sleeping lady. Alright.
Okay. So that is the end of.
However
That is
we
the end
all
of your
finna
turn?
die.
Oh.
I'm asking. Are you going to do anything else? You just threw the oil.
Oh,
He let go. That was his react. I mean, that was his held action. So that has happened. So is that the end of your turn?
What else can I do? React?
I mean, you can move. You still have your movement.
Can I move
Sure.
behind the window?
Yeah.
So kind of like, beep.
I mean, okay. So you're just completely out of view at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. So it is Ophelia's turn, and at this point, you have been confronted by Brax. He has asked you numerous times, and you have a feeling that he is at the end of his patience. He's not going to ask you again regarding
David,
regarding the signet.
he got the Ophelia face on.
Oh no. Let me think.
Heart
Wow.
hurts.
If you recognize this ring, then I know you're trouble. I said I got it from a friend.
No one that earned that ring would give it away willingly.
Well, it wasn't very willingly. She's dead now.
And with that, he attacks. The axe comes down hard.
Yeah!
Yeah, I bet you happy.
I mean, I'm not even going to ask you.
You're dead.
Oh Jesus! How many times?
Oh, you got to know you're dead. It's advantage. That's
You take 8 points of damage.
Oh my gosh!
So the orc brings his two-handed axe down hard,
Oh.
and it just crashes. And you see Ophelia once again on the dirt in the street in front of the fat pig 3 times in about 24 seconds. You hear a groan come from the back as the mage kind of mutters to himself, well, that was a waste of a fucking potion. And yeah, that is the end of Ophelia's turn. And we go to Meowny now.
Do I make a saving throw?
Meowny is still held,
With a saving
so you
wisdom
can make your
throw?
saving throw.
Ooh, 17,
thank God.
Okay.
18,
So
19.
so that's the end of your turn. You break the hold.
Oh boy.
You see the mage kind of twitches and looks
Yeah.
over at you. He recognizes that you've broken it. And now it is Nella's turn.
Oh,
Better break that hold.
I need to because I don't know what the hell. This is. Nope. 10 plus 2, right? Yeah.
10 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So you are still held.
Damn.
So back to the top. The mage makes just dead ass direct eye contact with you and says, if you move in a way we don't like, this does not end well for you. Worse so than for your friend in the ground in front of you, or I don't guess I should say friends, but we can speak and you can answer truthfully, or we can speak and you can lie. You see what happens when you don't give us straight answers. And then at that, he sort of gestures towards Horan, or the large warrior, and you see a little bit of the tension go out of him, but he's still got the sword ready to fire. And at that point, Brax stands up, and he's just kind of standing over Ophelia, where Ophelia is sort of bleeding out. And then Brax begins to walk into the fat pig.
Huh?
Done.
Oh, I
shit.
forgot about this.
I'm on the second floor though.
Yeah, you better jump out the window.
As Brax enters, you hear him yell, "Beryl! You have someone upstairs. Let me in the room." And you hear the innkeeper inside kind of fumbling around. Yes, Brax, one moment. And there's just a general fumbling around inside the inn. Those of you that are outside hear, and you would actually hear it as well. I mean, it's a cheap, thin-walled inn. So they come in.
Oh, scary.
Alright.
And that would be the end of their turn, so it now is to Violet.
Alright,
Yeah.
very scared. Begin to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
And then
So that'll be +5 temp health and
Yeah.
+5 cold damage if something hits you.
yeah.
And you keep the temp health until all 5 of the temporary, or the damage shield are spent.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I guess I move to hide.
You move to hide. Okay, so let me explain. You're in about an 8-foot by 8-foot square room with no closets. There's a single table with a candle on it. There is a bed. And that's it.
I put a rag over my mouth
You put a rag over your mouth.
and I tie my own hands together and I sit in a tight corner.
A sleight of hand.
Damn.
6 plus 2.
Death saving throw number 1, please.
It's a D20, right?
D20.
8.
That's a fail.
Oh, this
So
is how-
now it is to Meowny. You have just been.
Wait, he didn't make his.
Hmm?
Oh, he did make his wisdom saving throw.
But
Yeah, he
not
rolled
on
and
me
failed.
yet.
It's your turn now. So it is to you. You have been directly challenged by the elf, the magician that had held you, to answer questions. What is your reaction?
I'll answer your questions, meow meow.
That is a wise decision, Cat. What I would like for you to do is just take a seat and keep your claws where they are, which is to say, not out and swinging at my companions.
Oh, okay. So then I'll sit down and unsheath my claws. Is that the correct
Put them
term?
away.
Yeah.
Retract.
Retract my claws.
Cool. Okay. So,
And then, wait,
Go ahead.
is that the end of my turn? Or
it can't. I mean, what else would you like to do?
I just want to look around. Because I heard a lot of commotion upstairs, but I didn't really.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Okay.
And are you looking for anything specific?
Just to look at the situation.
Just
and
to look at
examine specifically him. So it's 11 plus 2.
11 plus 2, so 13. Okay, so you see the big guy directly in front of you. It's really hard to miss. Lots of metal armor, big two-handed sword. He looks very well versed in swinging it. You're glad that he did not opt to earlier. Other than that, you don't see a lot other than just any of the residential windows up and down the road. You see faces kind of glancing out of them. You don't see light for long. Anybody that lights anything so that they can see better outside quickly puts it out. Nobody wants to draw attention to themselves is what you're gathering. Yeah, beyond that, not much.
How close am I to Ophelia?
You are laying. I mean,
I'm
you're
just
sitting
sitting
on the ground right beside where
right.
she's laying down.
Can I examine Ophelia too? Just like look at her closely.
I mean, is there anything specific you're looking at?
What she's carrying.
What she's carrying. So you see the chain that's around Ophelia's neck that the orc was holding her up by, and you see the signet ring that's on the. I mean, there's a signet ring of some sort that's on the chain. It has an interesting inset. It's kind of like a black stone on the signet ring. That's all you can really make out, though. It looks like there's something either embedded in or etched into it, so you can't really make that out without having the ring in your possession. Beyond that, I mean, Ophelia was a water genasi, so there's the slight dampness that you have noticed before. One might say moistness.
Really
Moist.
sweaty.
Moist.
You're really sweaty.
Really sweaty.
There's a
No,
lot of
you know,
sweat.
a lot of
piss.
a lot of that is intermingled with blood, where she has been
Piss.
Clawed at the him
Knocked-
with an axe.
knocked down, brought back, knocked down, and brought back.
Dang.
Is the ring that she's wearing, does it look expensive?
Around the neck.
Since I guess I wouldn't really know what that is, like what the symbol
You really
is.
can't tell at this point because
okay.
it's just kind of a cursory glance that
Okay.
you're able to catch.
Yeah, that's fine. End my turn.
Okay. Okay. So, Nella?
It's okay, we're all dead.
15 plus 2.
So you break the hold finally.
Oh gosh.
You were.
I was just sitting there stuck like, oh!
So what had happened was.
So what happened was.
So Meowny ripped out Ophelia's throat. You went, and then you got held
In
and
that
then
position.
Ophelia
Got
was
resurrected.
brought back to life
Got
and
hit
then put back
again.
down. So Ophelia is right
So
back
I'm
where she
still
was.
looking like, oh, but I know that you got all that happened. So now I'm just looking like, that's crazy.
So that's actually the end of your turn
Yeah,
with
that's
the saving
crazy.
throw. So
Yeah.
you break and
I'm just like,
man.
now I'm looking at the magician like.
All right,
amazed.
Cat.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
by your trappings, I assume you're a paladin of some sort. We're willing to end this now. We can have an amicable conversation if you are willing to do so.
Yeah.
You
I'll
either
tell you
nod or you
everything.
shake your head.
Like, yeah.
A conversation, yes.
Yeah.
Horan, put your blade away. The large warrior beside you, he sheathes his two-handed weapon. He doesn't appear happy to do that. He looked like he was interested in using it. He also glances kind of frustratedly at where Ophelia lays on the ground. Yeah.
You're like, why everybody kill this lady?
And on the inside, you hear heavy feet coming up the stairs, and hear the jingle of keys, and then the door swings open. And you see the innkeeper. who you were introduced to. His name is Beryl. He unlocks the door, swings it open, and then steps back. And the large half-orc steps in. And he kind of glances around the room and sees you sitting in the corner with... Let's see here. So you're going all in like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 100% like that?
That's it.
Let's go performance.
Roll it.
Make
Roll
a performance check.
15 plus 3.
There it is.
Okay. So
18. I'm like crying at this point.
So the big half-orc makes his way over to you
Chest beating.
and pulls the bindings off your hands. Doesn't seem to notice that they were extremely loosely done, very poorly tied off. You really didn't recognize how bad of a job you had done until he took that off. But it seems that your acting has saved your lack of knotsmanship, we'll say. And
Does he take the gag out?
pulls the gag out and says, "Who else was in here with you?"
There was a violent old... I don't even remember. He cast a spell, charm. He charmed me and put ice or some sort... I'm sorry, sir. I don't know much about magic. I'm just a poor girl. I came from a good family. I came from a household. I
Beryl,
came here to work.
he shouts over his shoulder.
Please help me.
You have anybody else in here tonight? You hear the response from Beryl. No, nobody else is here tonight. It's just the half elf. I mean, it's not to say. I mean, it was busy in here earlier when the whole dragon business was going on in the well. So it's not to say someone didn't come up here.
Sir, it was loud. There was a commotion. I heard the door swing open and someone came in, used magic on me.
Okay.
I'm a single young lady. I'm traveling alone and I'm fearful of this world. I just came here last
The
night.
water
I'm
Genasi
looking for my
spirit
father.
just
Please,
carries right on
please.
up.
You just gonna
Please.
keep laying it on, huh?
Water
Well, if you're
Genasi
gonna keep
spirit.
laying it
I'm
on, then
looking
he's
for-
gonna keep listening. So make a deception check.
Or Ophelia face.
Oh, 6.
Oh,
Deception, please.
Ophelia face. What you mean?
11.
Man, all these-
11.
Yeah.
Damn.
He kind of squints at you. So you feel like you might be losing him a little bit, but
I shut up.
with the performance, he's like, just get up and get out of here.
I said, thank you.
Whoever it is that casts these spells, I'll find them.
Thank you,
At
sir.
that point, he walks out. Now, are you staying in the room or
I'm packing my stuff.
packing
Or
your stuff?
pretending to.
Okay. All right. Well, he's back out the door and walking down the hallway to the other 2 rooms that are up here with Beryl. So that's the end of that.
I whispered to myself.
That's the end of your turn. And death saving throw number 2, please.
Oh my god.
Oh, 18.
18.
That's a save. So one.
Swear to God.
The
One
tension
fail.
is high.
Okay. So that's the end of Ophelia's turn, and now to Meowny.
Oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to go where you want me to go. Where should we go? Or do you want to talk right here? Either one's fine. Whatever works for you. Meow meow.
I need another drink. I need a drink.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
My name is Atur. Cat.
Ator?
Atur.
Ator? How do you spell that?
A-T-U-R. Atur.
Oh, Ator. Like Ator?
Well, We'll step back inside the pig.
Oh, okay. Do I go first or do I follow you?
Walk in.
Okay,
We
then I'm
both
gonna
walk
walk in. So do we go in through here? Like here?
Yep. So you go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna just ask. So we just gonna leave her dead?
Don't worry, Horan will bring her in.
Okay, so I
So
walk in.
we're gonna call that combat right now. That's gonna be the end of the combat.
All right.
We'll step out of initiative at this point.
Well, now we're inside.
And
Oh, so is he inside too?
yep.
I'll
So
go in
he
there.
follows you in,
Table.
and Horan grabs Ophelia and brings Ophelia in and just kind of tosses her over in the corner.
Man, what a
The lack of respect is great. I love this. The lack of
She a
respect.
bag of rice.
Alright, so what we gonna talk about is no.
So as they walk in, the elf looks over at the stairs and yells up, "Beryl will be using your common room for a few. Do you have any other guests upstairs?" And at this point, he and Brax return down the stairs. Just a half elf that's in the first room. I think that she was packing her belongings. There was a magic user that cast something on her that I don't know. It was strange, but I don't find evidence of anyone else in here. But I think she's being genuine. Well then, at this point, the elf directs everyone to sit down, and
Yeah.
Horan stays by the door. Brax takes up a spot right over by there as well. They're both sort of blocking any sort of egress from the place. And then the elf kind of blocks the way behind the bar. Beryl, if you don't mind, we would appreciate very much if you would close and lock the doors going to the back area while we have a conversation. So Beryl goes about that. So you're basically in a room where the only exit that you have goes up the stairs from this room without having to get through some sort of a locked or blocked doorway.
What questions do you have? Meow meow.
Well, our first question is, your friend here, or not friend, how familiar are you with it? The Genasi.
Oh, can Violet hear the stuff in the common room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not, I mean, it's not a quiet conversation.
Oh, okay. Well, I explained that. Okay, so we came, we won the lottery from that one place, and then we got onto a wagon, and we came here together. And then there was like a lot of commotion happening around the well, or everyone was looking down at the well because someone got dragged in, and then Ophelia yeeted on into the well. So then we followed suit,
I eat it.
and then she just like trapped us in there. So we're not really friends. One of our members died because she just left us in there. We couldn't get back out.
Until your orc friend saved
Yeah,
us.
your orc friend literally, Brax. Yeah, he saved us. Meow meow.
Okay.
Very strong man. Meow meow meow.
I can't.
The
I actually cannot do it.
So a couple of things happen simultaneously. Number one, you refer to Brax as a man, and he
Always.
sneers in disgust. Number two, the elf seems to take everything that you say at face value after a few grunts and nods in the affirmative from Brax, who basically confirms everything that you said regarding the stuff underneath. What of the signet around the Genasi's neck? Are you familiar with it? Make a death saving throw, please.
Oh man.
Fail.
Oh no.
Oof.
So the Genasi lets out a little bit of a... I'm sorry, I can't do it quite as well. And continues to bleed out in the corner. The signet around its neck.
What
do you know of it?
I don't know anything about it. Do you know anything about it now? Meow meow.
All I know is she jumped in without it, and when we came up, she had it on.
Wait, she had it on before we jumped in? Or
She had it
didn't?
on. She didn't have it on before we jumped in. I don't remember that.
She didn't have it when you jumped in?
I don't remember that.
Well, where would she have gotten it from? We were literally floating at the bottom of the well. She didn't even go into the tunnels with us. She literally just climbed back out. So where was she?
I don't remember her having that on. Did she have it on? I guess y'all would know more than I would know. But I don't remember her having that on.
I
I
don't
would
know
have to
anything
recall.
about it. Looks cool though. Nice shapes.
Did you have it on?
Make a perception check. We'll call this one.
It's just a 5.
You can't recall.
I can't really remember.
It's absolutely possible.
Then I'll just say I don't remember her having it on.
It's
when she
possible
jumped.
that she had it.
Yeah,
it's
but
possible that she did.
that she did. I'm just gonna say I don't remember her having it on before she jumped.
So you don't know where it came from. Not sure if she obtained it in the town or came with it. Okay.
Can I
You
sit
just
there
gonna
with
let
a
her-
thinking face
No,
as
look.
I try to jog my memory to see
You
if
be
she
like-
had it on
So I'm gonna
before?
be like, but you just gonna let her die before you know that though? That's what I'm gonna ask.
What?
Well, I don't remember shit.
You are almost absolutely certain that she did not have that that chain and signet ring. And you feel just down in the pit of your stomach, she did not have that chain.
Yeah, because I probably would have tried to steal it, huh?
No, I'm gonna just say it out loud. So you gonna let her die before we know whether she had it or not?
She's not gonna tell us.
So would you prefer that we save her again?
You saved her once after we killed her.
Don't waste your potions
And
like
that was a
that.
horrible waste of a healing potion.
Yeah.
He kind of glances over his shoulder at Brax disdainfully, and Brax doesn't strike you as the sort that is shamed often, but he kind of hangs his head here, and it makes quite clear, if it wasn't before, that the elf is the one that's in charge.
Listen, that fool over there killed our warlock friend because she wasn't there to help us fight and stuff.
That's true.
If it was 4 people in the party, we could have taken down
In
everything.
the party.
So
Or if it was the 4 of us and we stuck together, we could have been okay.
you wear the trappings of a paladin, of a holy man. Does the ability to
Heal.
to stabilize the genasi?
Yeah, I could
You
stabilize.
possess that?
I can stabilize the genasi.
Or you can heal me.
If you feel the urge, you are welcome to, but I won't waste more resources on it.
I'm a heal. I will stabilize it.
How much?
Cause
Yeah,
it takes. How much does it take to stabilize? 1? Yeah, just 1.
1 point.
And I'm gonna use the rest on it.
So I'm at 0.
I'm gonna use the
1
rest
point.
on Annie.
I'm at 1.
Meowny?
You're at 1.
On Meowny, yes.
So,
So Meowny gets 4 back.
Yeah, 4.
Okay,
Oh, hell
so
yeah.
Meowny gets 4 points of health back. And you stabilize Ophelia, who has stopped bleeding out in the corner.
is she standing up now?
That's quite a useful talent you have. What is your name?
Oh yeah, I didn't make a new one. It's Nella.
Nella.
Meow.
Not Nella.
That's what I call him.
Nella, we might have use for you if you have an interest.
I mean, I was interested in what was going on in the caves until the crazy commotion of our life happened.
Crazy commotion of your life. Explain.
Well, there was a lot going on in the tunnels underneath the well. I mean, we found crazy. What were they? Kobolds.
Cobalt?
There were 3
That's what it
kobolds.
was. We found these little kobolds with crazy insignias and a disturbing darkness.
What insignia? Before you answer, Brax, wasn't there another one? One upstairs? The half-orc kind of glances over at the stairs. Yeah, there was a half-elf up there. There, you just chilling up there?
I'm sitting in the corner and I pour holy water over my hair to make it look like I'm sweating and crying, and I'm just covering my ears out of fear in the corner.
Been there.
In the room that you
Yeah,
ran upstairs.
I'm just shaking.
You haven't come out of the room upstairs.
Yeah,
All this is going on underneath, and you're not.
I'm acting.
Now, are you actively trying to listen to this?
Were you listening
Yes,
at
but
all?
If I hear stairs creak up, I'll cover my ears.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what I need. So, you hear a grunt, and then you hear, "Elf, come down. Do not make me come and get you." And it's obviously Brax's voice.
So I slowly make my way down, kind of like trudge.
The trudge.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And I'm just like, greetings and salutations.
Does your character have
Visitor.
a resemblance to any? Like, do you look like you related at all?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll a
Here.
perception check so I can see what I would see.
What's that?
I'm gonna roll a perception check to be like, you look actually stupid familiar or not. Okay, I wouldn't see it. Just to see if I would recognize your face at all.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and do the same and examine her as she's walking down the stairs.
So you just want to make perception checks to see.
To see if we would
To see
recognize
Oh,
who's
I'm
coming
trying to
down.
see. Yeah, I'm trying to see who's coming down.
who's coming.
Okay, absolutely. You can make a perception check to see who's coming down.
16 plus 2.
Sure. So you see the individual coming down the stairs. It's a youngish girl. Would you like to describe yourself?
Yes, I have short, light brown to blackish hair, and I have purple eyes, the same as my father. We have similar features, but I have long elf ears.
Are purple eyes normal? And like, is it just is it pretty rare even among warlocks and half elves?
It's not warlocks that would
It's
be.
not.
Oh, it's
Maybe along
oh.
the
elf.
Is
elf.
is just purple eyes rare in general?
Rare-ish, yes.
Oh, okay. So I gasp and I'm like, you look familiar.
Yes, have you seen my father?
What was your father's name? You know.
It's,
No.
I'm not familiar, but he sent me a letter a while back
Well, this is all very touching.
telling me to...
I would
Kept
appreciate
going.
it if you would take a seat and join us. What is your name?
Violet, sir.
Violet. Sit down, and you and the cat can catch up after we've had our questions answered.
Would it really be good for me to listen
Sit.
to all this?
Down.
I say, okay.
So at this point, Ophelia is now awake.
Oh God.
Can I whisper to her as they're talking?
Of course you
Like,
can.
just
You can.
talk.
You can absolutely do that.
Are you close
So you
enough
sit
to-
down over
Oh,
by
her.
Meowny.
Meow Me.
Oh, so like
Okay.
on this side.
Okay. So as soon as you regain consciousness, the first thing that happens is that Brax and Horan encourage you to take a seat over with everyone else between where they are at and where
You locked them doors.
The
so
elf
she
is
wouldn't-
Okay.
She don't know the doors is locked.
I guess the question here is, do you resist?
No, I get up slowly. Damn, you guys pack a punch. And limp towards the seat.
All right. So at this point, Ophelia is up and completely in the middle of the room between everything else. So none of you are getting out of this room without trying to get past them. They have, like I said, all of the points of egress blocked.
Yeah.
What is your name, Genasi? Don't think too long. Your name is something that you should know well.
Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Ophelia Tang. Who's asking?
I hate it. And look, and then I just smirk and I hate it when she asks.
So, My name is Atur, and I know an Ophelia Tanks. You most assuredly do not look like the Ophelia Tanks that I know.
Gasp.
That absolutely wore that same sort of signet ring that you have hanging around your neck.
Gasp, gasp.
So perhaps we should discuss once again how it is you came to possess it.
You know my mother?
Well, I'm certain that every one of us do. And in saying so, Atur does this number with his right hand, and you see the exact same insignia ring on his right ring finger.
Lord.
I slide the ring up and down with the chain out of habit.
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking for someone with this for years. Must have been 15, 20. How do you know my mother? Is she alive?
I can say with absolute certainty that she is not.
I gasp. And I just put my head down. Have you... I assume...
And you'll have to forgive me, but I'm having trouble reconciling the mother aspect of this for obvious reasons.
Well,
Now, what I do recall, however, is that a task was given, and a task was not completed. Does that sound familiar to you? Ophelia.
well,
Take care with that answer.
guess I don't have to pretend anymore. You can call me Helena.
Helena.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
And, I assume you know all about my history then?
No. The pertinence of the situation matter not to us.
Mm.
Just the end result. Now, what Ophelia did, that caused trouble for quite a few for quite some time. Luckily for you, however, Helena, that tides shift. Who has coin changes. Who doesn't changes. Just so happens that those in power now would probably prefer that you not be dead.
Oh.
So, how did you get the insignia, first and foremost?
Well, since you've killed me once already, I see no point in lying.
Yeah, that'll be a good idea.
My mother, she disappeared one day. She said she was going out to town to meet a brother. And she never came back. What I found the next day is a note that said, "You're next." It looked like it was written in blood. And her hand next to the note. I've been traveling. Well, I had been traveling to try to find out what happened to her, if she was alive. I assume she wasn't. and maybe eventually try to get revenge. But it's been too long, and I kind of settled in the city. And now I'm here. So, a tour, was it? Darling, who killed her?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that based on my response, it was clear that I had killed her. Because I know with absolute certainty that she is dead. Now, I do have to admit, nothing quite so dramatic as cutting off of a hand and leaving that on a doorstep. That is absolutely not my style. But, as in our brotherhood, when they are given a task, they complete that task.
You killed my mother.
Once again, I have trouble reconciling the mother aspect of this for obvious reasons, but if you insist on calling her such, then yes, I killed the real Ophelia Tanks.
Oh shit!
Short rest.
We need to take a nap.
I tried to lunge at her.
Oh,
Or him.
You do lunge at him.
Yeah, we're done.
With your 1 HP?
No, it's fine. We just had to do.
Just to try to tackle.
Okay, so you lunge at him. Okay. Yeah, you lunge. You are beaten. You are bloodied. You are bruised, and
Weak bloody blues.
you're not gonna make it there, unfortunately. Between
Swallow.
the layout of the room, between how far you're gonna have to travel, it's absolutely a losing proposition. About the time you begin to move towards Atur, he assumes a defensive stance, and at the same time you hear heavy footsteps behind you as Brax comes charging across the room. And tell you what, let's make you make an acrobatics check. And
22.
okay, so you lunge at Atur, and you are able to grasp briefly his shirt, and then all of a sudden you're engulfed in half-orc arms and bodily just lifted and carried back over and dropped at the table right where you just left from. Well, that was a valiant effort, Helena. What you have to understand is we don't want you dead right now, but we will kill you. We have other tasks in mind for one trained by the Ophelia Tanks.
And
I would suggest that you check that ego that you have not quite earned yet.
why should I listen to you?
Would you like for your hand to be lying on someone's door tomorrow morning? As I said, that's a little dramatic for my taste, but I'm certain that Horan here would be more than happy to do something like that just for the sake of it.
So, who was it then, the hand?
I can't say that I know or care. I was given a task, and as any good brother would do, I fulfilled my task.
And your task didn't include me? Why leave me alive?
Your task didn't include. My task did not include you. My task was tying up a loose end.
And knowing I can't do anything, I'm just sitting there shaking in anger.
So at this point, Artur begins to kind of look over the room.
I'm playing dumb and sniffing a thing of wood.
Oh my god.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I'm looking. I don't need like. What are we doing? I'm like, so what kind of mission are you guys on right now?
You enter Duran at an interesting time. Our good mayor has grand plans for the town and for the expansion of the empire.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, adventurers, for whatever reason, they don't have a extraordinarily long lifespan here. I think that you would do well to speak with the mayor's liaison in the square tomorrow morning. Perhaps take up a few of the minor tasks that they have and see where it goes from there. Just like I said, the Brotherhood would be more than happy to put to use the talents of one trained by Ophelia, and, well, the rest of you managed to survive some of the things that Brax saw in the tunnels below the well. You all may be of use as well. The child, though, I'm not sure how we deal with this one. Violet, is it?
I pull away from sniffing a thing and I look up. Yes, sir.
What is your purpose here?
I'm here looking for my father.
Your father.
Yes, he was, I forgot his name, nor did I care. But he said he has some gold left for me.
So she's a gold digger.
Yeah.
Inheritance, I believe.
Oh.
Inheritance.
Mm.
How interesting. And so you traveled here.
Yes,
Beryl
sir.
said you came in not with the caravan, but behind it.
Yes. I was left behind.
So you made the journey here by yourself. It's no small feat either.
I don't have small feet. I have regular sized feet, sir.
I'm so done with this.
Ha ha ha!
Oh,
Does she look like someone that we know?
Ah.
I can't.
He was
She looked like that
eccentric.
crazy
I believe he went by the name
Look like that crazy magician.
Z.
Z.
Z was it?
What is that?
That is. That was.
That was V.
Z.
V.
V.
We knew someone by the name of V of Respawn Chairs.
Ah, yes, that's my
Yeah.
grandfather's old shop. My father was too stupid to ever inherit it.
That sounds like him.
wait.
No, no.
Yeah, so then
That's
we're gonna
definitely
start
sounds
muttering,
like-
be like, oh, yep, that sounds like so.
Like,
Though I have no mortal attachments to him.
Oh,
I
that's
see
that's
him
good though.
as a mere sense of
inheritance.
That's good that you don't have any moral attachments to him. Meow meow.
Yeah, he definitely died in the
I'd
well.
like for you to clarify. Did you say moral or mortal?
I'm sorry, I'm poor at common.
Poor at common.
Yes,
And
more.
what is your preferred language?
I speak Elvish as well.
I speak Elvish too.
I speak Elf.
Okay, that's a lot of that.
I look at the elf and I just start speaking Elvish.
Is there anything you'd like to convey in this, or are you just saying
He
words?
is saying word.
I'm just saying that I'm lost and I'm looking for a purpose.
Lost and looking for a purpose.
Did we tell her?
Yeah, you should definitely tell her.
Savanaya.
You should tell
Sounds
her.
extremely interesting.
Wash, 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 wash.
So
How old is Violet?
I'm 19, sir. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a very
it's ma'am.
manly.
Oh, sorry, that was a player question.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that was it.
So
Outside.
so you know that your grand was it your grand?
Oh, wanna see hat trick?
Oh
No,
my
no.
God.
No, not really.
Your dad dead.
Yeah, he's dead. You see that Genasi over there?
Oh, did he leave me any money?
Oh no.
I don't know. You're gonna have the Genasi killed him,
You killed him.
and I don't think he left you any money. Cause I
Is
think
there
the
a body?
Genasi took it.
Genasi probably would have took it.
Is there a body?
Yeah.
I'm not
Probably
even listening to
somewhere.
this. I'm
I'm
like
not going back
intently
to where the
staring
body is.
That's fine.
At our tour.
at the door.
He's always been a disappointment.
Oh shit!
So
Oh
his
my
gaze is
God.
kind of floating around the room, taking all this in. And
Sir, jobs. I can do jobs. I can clean your house. I can sleep your wife? No. No, I can clean your house. I can kill things. No. That wrong word. I can clean your house. I can kill your wife.
We get it.
No.
We get it.
Wait, what?
No,
Say
look,
you
no,
kill
look,
her wife?
no, look.
No.
We
Kill
get
his
it.
wife?
You can come with us.
Sir, I'm looking for money.
so I think that you all may be suitable for the purposes of the mayor's liaison.
What's that?
Well,
What's a mayor?
What's a liaison?
Mayor's a brother too.
I don't have time for this.
no. The mayor is
I
not
say that.
a
I
member
don't
of
have
the
time
borough.
for this.
What's a tour?
That's his name, you dumbo.
That's crazy.
Brax, I'm seriously beginning to reconsider my thoughts here. At that point, Horan begins to remove the two-handed sword from his sheath again. And Brax just kind of grunts. They don't make any sort of aggressive moves, though. In seeing your glare, however, Autur makes eye contact. You have more you wish to say, Ophelia.
What smells terrible?
That's ridiculous.
I clench my fist.
I suggest you stand down.
What do you want from me?
Meet with the mayor's liaison tomorrow morning. In the town square. Right by the well. He's there every morning at sunup. Schedules the mayor's appointments for the week. And then he's gone. See what he has available. And if you manage to get through the tasks that he has, then we may have something for you. If you can't get through that, no harm, no foul. We've lost nothing, and you're dead anyway.
How you know she's not gonna just run away?
Not much anywhere to run out here on the fringes of, well, everything. I mean, to the east you have who knows. To the north you have who cares. To the south, mountains and hills. If you head back west, well, you know what's back there, don't you, Helena?
Why not?
You showed up here with our insignia. The why now is absolutely what we were wondering.
I just get up and start walking towards my room under the stairs.
I start crying that I want to go home.
Okay.
I slap me on the
Wow.
Oh.
Get it back together.
Okay.
Don't let these men see how weak and foolish and disgustingly.
That's aggressive for just
hairy
having
you
met.
are.
Oh my god.
You're just
No.
like your dad.
Yeah.
How dare you slap you again?
Where do you stand? I'm pretty sure that you're about the most useful of all of these, and haven't had much to say yet.
Why do you say that? Just because I'm a lady and young? That's ageist and genderistic.
Ageist.
Ageist. Anyway.
Genderistic.
Genderistic. This is it's
Do
crazy.
they let me go to my room?
Yes, they let
Yeah,
you
you're
go
good.
Okay.
We ain't gonna
under the
stop.
stairs.
I guess the common room here is that Helena's just screaming and punching the wall.
Wow.
You acting out for us, please?
Thank you for not punching the wall.
Thank you for
I
not
would have to
punching
fix
the
that.
wall. Yeah.
I spin first.
I'll just say anyway. I just want to know what's going on with this dark insignia that I keep seeing on crazy little creatures in the well.
So at this point, Atur looks a little confused. He's not 100% certain what it is that you're referring to. And then Brax goes over to him and whispers in his ear. And I mean, Brax is not quiet or astute.
Right.
So you hear him quite
I
clearly
found it. No,
talking about the patch of skin that was sewn onto the cloak. At which point, Atur's eyes light up.
And I'm like, yeah, that. What's going on with that?
That is a discussion for another day. I would say that at this point in the evening, you would all be well suited to take rooms here, my treat, of course, and get some rest, and meet with the mayor's liaison tomorrow morning in the square.
They get actual rooms and I'm under the stairs.
You under the stairs.
Oh no!
You ain't getting no.
What
You ain't
happens
get-
if we don't show up?
Oh no.
Brax and Horan will be staying here.
Oh.
You'll show up.
Oh, okay.
I go to my room. Whichever one that is.
Can I go to Brax and kind of like poke his leg or arm?
What is happening?
I swing open my door and scream, "Barrel, get me a drink!"
Oh no. Oh no.
I
What is happening?
Beryl is, at first, seems reticent, but then shrugs and complies.
I go sit next to Ophelia and
No,
ask for a
I
drink.
slam
too.
my door with a
Oh.
drink.
Oh.
She's under the stairs.
She done with this.
Okay, I ask for a drink too, but more politely. It's been a long day.
Meow, long day. Oh my god. Okay, so Beryl pulls a drink, leaves it on the counter, glances at Artur and says, "I trust that our usual arrangement stands. That's the last drink that I'm pulling this evening." And then Beryl goes back into his room, and this time he's gone for the evening.
Yeah, I'm already in my room. I'm out.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anything expensive? I'm sitting at the, is there a bar that I'm sitting at?
Yeah, that's where he would have
Drinking?
left your drink, just sitting on the bar.
Can I examine, kind of try to see what's behind the bar to see if there's anything expensive?
Sure. Make a perception check.
A 9 plus 2.
So this is a very basic bar. It's cheap crockery. Nothing is super expensive. You assume that he keeps any nicer wines or liquors locked up in the evening because nothing is out or available. He
Hello,
grunts
Sal.
again.
I hear my father's dead. I'm here to collect the dues.
Well, if by father you mean the half of a person that's left at the bottom of the well,
The loser. Yes. VZ. Z.
I would assume that anything that he had is either with these three that you've been sharing a common room with, or still on him down in the well.
So I don't get anything.
Them's the breaks.
So I gotta poke Nella. Beep, beep, beep.
Nella's in his room.
Oh.
Are you heading to his room?
I'm knocking his door.
Go to his
I'm guessing that's the little girl.
I'm not little. I'm 19.
I'm guessing that's the little girl.
Let me in.
So I ready up the Eldritch Blast.
Let me in.
And then I open the door. What do you want?
I hear my father's dead at the bottom of the well.
He died.
I'm here to collect my dues
Due to what?
of being his daughter.
I don't even know. I didn't even
I'm
know
his
him.
daughter.
I didn't get anything. It was dark in that well. You want me to take you to the well?
I demand a silver for my grievances.
I close the door.
So Meowny enjoys her drink at the bar.
Yeah, you're still knocking.
Alright,
But it's understood you're still knocking.
After that, are you going to? And you do notice that that Brax and Horan have stayed in the room, or stayed in the common room. They basically pulled up chairs, and they've made themselves comfortable to the point where you would once again have to go past them to get to either of the exits.
Oh. Is Ator still there? Is Ator still there?
Ator is having a brief conversation with Horan. But he seems like he's preparing to leave.
Okay. So I say I'm gonna go up to my room. So I start walking up to my room.
Okay. So you're going.
I wait by the stairs
Okay. So I'm walking up the stairs, I guess.
and
Okay.
I say,
You get to the top of the stairs.
His room.
"Hello, friend."
Hello? The fuck is that?
Hello.
I'm saying, oh, hello. What you want?
What is this?
I
Actually, the worst conversations I've ever heard in
shut up.
D&D.
I'm trying to stay in character. Fellow friend, I hear my father's dead. I'm here to collect my dues.
Do what?
He's dead. I hear
Yeah, I know
that
we
if
did.
a dead person dies, they are killed and they are dead. So I get the money when they die.
What kind of cat piss theory is this? I've never even heard of this.
I demand the silver for my grievances.
I don't even have any monies.
You're a cat.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
Then I demand your fur to make a winter coat.
You want my
So I open the door when I hear that, and I'm like, "That's funny. The water genasi has your money." And then I
Yeah.
close the door back.
I whine and I say that the water Vanassi scares me
Why does she scare you?
because she's blue. Nothing good comes blue.
She's in her room right now and she's cornered. So if you want money out of her, you can just knock on the door and just. But if I were you, I would be careful. She's the one who got your father killed.
Yeah, isn't her name Baloney?
Oh
Baloney.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Bologna.
Bologna. The fuck? Are you
I go-
stupid?
I go back to bed.
You're heading back to the room
Yes.
that you were in.
And I sound very
Oh my
disgruntled. I'm like a little child. I slam my door and I go,
I actually throwing up in my mouth.
That. Shoot.
scene.
Scene.
Boom, headshot.
Oh my god.
All right. So room, sleep.
Well, no, I'm not sleeping. I'm just sitting in my room.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit on my
I'm taking a
bed
long rest.
Okay.
Fully.
and
So-
I'm gonna look around. Is there a
Long
window
rest.
in my room?
I got the
Go ahead.
long rest.
I
I'm
got
dead.
long rest.
Long rest. What's that? Looking around your room.
Yeah.
Basic table,
Same thing.
candle, and a bed.
Is there a window?
Yeah. There
Is
would be
the window barred? Do I need to roll? Is there a way to open
not
the
barred.
window?
Yes, it opens.
Okay, so I'm listening downstairs to see when a door is gonna leave.
Okay.
No.
I'm like kind of looking at the window.
I don't like
At the
this.
streets to see, cause can I see kind of when people walk out?
Yeah. So the way that the windows are, they're actually on the front of the building, overlooking the street.
Okay.
So sure.
Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for a tour to leave.
Okay. So you're just watching out the window,
Yeah.
waiting to see him leave.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You watch for quite some time. You never see him leave.
So he's just not gonna leave.
You gonna keep watching?
I just keep watching.
Okay. So you watch for quite a while. And as you watch, the night drags on. And it gets later and later and earlier and earlier. And the sky starts to lighten. And you hear the first rooster crow as the sun comes up. And the workers in the town and the farmers begin to stir, head to their work. And you never see Atur go out the front door.
Okay, so then I go downstairs, and then I'm like, oh, aren't we supposed to go to the well now?
Okay. So, first thing, let's do this. You will have a. So, as you go down the stairs, you enter the common room, and you see Braxton Horan still in the common room. Atura is not there. You do notice that there is also a second exit from the room.
Ah.
So the assumption has to be that he went out the back.
Oh.
You also see that, well, when you ask that question, they do respond in the affirmative. Yes. The mayor's liaison will be out at the inn, or out at the well imminently. And thirdly, as they see you come down the stairs, Horan and Brax stand up and walk out the door and disappear into the town.
Okay, I go to Ophelia's room and
Ophelia's
knock on the
room.
door.
Okay.
Is she in there?
Ophelia's blackout drunk and sleeping.
Ah. So then I creak open the door, and I stare at her.
Oh.
Wow.
Kind of crazy.
Okay. So you're just gonna stare at her? Yeah. That's it?
That's it. Oh, this is a creeper. She stared out of the window.
So
Yeah,
Meowny,
slept.
so
She's
Meowny's
watching
staring.
people.
So Meowny's
like,
staring.
meow, she's watching.
That's right.
So creepy
Yeah.
ass cat just stared out the window all night, and then
Now
now
she's
she's staring
staring
at
at
the person
her
that's sleeping
daily.
because she's got a captive audience at this point. So this person she knows she can see. So she stares at Ophelia sleeping. What is Nella's?
I walk out of the room. I go to Meowny's door and it's already open.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay. And then I go towards the little girl's door, or the the girl's door, and I changed my mind like, no, she can stay asleep. So then I start going downstairs, and I see Meowny looking into a room without moving, and I'm like, I'm gonna leave that alone. So
Yeah,
then-
okay, so I close the door.
Okay. So
As he's walking
as
down
I'm
the
walking
stairs,
out,
and
she
he
closes
sees
the door.
me as I'm closing the door.
All right. So now so now I'm talking to Meowny, and I'm like, so everyone left, huh?
I'm like, yeah.
All right. So we're going to talk to the liaison.
And then I unsheathe my claws and try to cut Ophelia's throat again.
This is happening.
Why?
This is unfortunate.
Does that count as a long rest, or am I still at one hit point?
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
You will have
When
gotten
I
a long
see
rest.
her unsheath, I try to stop her. I'm like, we can't.
Okay, so the claws come out
The
and you're
claws
going
come
for
out.
it.
And I'm
Okay.
looking like,
So-
oh my gosh. And I'm
So
like,
you're
Meowny,
gonna
no.
try to attack.
I'm just going to try and stop her. Meowny, no. Like,
Okay, so
just to.
we'll make
grab
an
her
opposed
shoulder or
athletics check.
You like-
So
Do I roll
both
too?
of you make
Yeah.
an athletics check.
A
I rolled a 10.
Yeah, 10.
And athletics is +3.
Oh, you.
Oh.
You win.
Would this wake me up?
So you hear a scuffle break out at the door, and as your eyes open, you see Meowny, claws out, rage on her tabaxi face, coming for you again, and
And
Nella lunging and
I
grabbing
got
her,
Like,
and like,
I'm like, Meowny, did you go to sleep? What's wrong with you?
okay, so we're there. What is violence?
I've been awake and I was just sitting in the corner watching them this whole time.
Like in the corner
Downstairs?
downstairs.
Quarter downstairs. How?
Just kind of crouched up. Also, how many gold do I have? How much gold? Or silver? No.
Oh, yeah.
Zero?
Yeah.
Alright, I can't buy shit. Okay.
Your pack. Boom.
I just sit there and I watch.
So you just sit and watch the situation unfold. Okay.
Can you let go of Meowny?
I need to make sure you're not gonna kill anyone right now.
Okay, I'm not gonna kill anyone in broad daylight.
Do I believe it? I'm choosing in my head.
Do I need to roll a...
No,
I mean-
I have to believe it. The water siren, get out of here.
Let's just go to the
To
liaison.
the liaison. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll let her go.
Okay.
Yeah, but I linger back as they go first.
Yeah, as we go
You
first.
go first. I'll get a drink and I'll be there. I haven't slept all night.
All right. So me and the
So you're heading out.
I'm heading out. Hopefully the Genasi's behind me.
I want to walk out and shoulder bump Meowny as I follow Noah.
Oh.
Shoulder bump me.
Oh no.
Wow. So
This is
so
bad.
Ophelia shoulder checks Meowny on
This
the way
is
out the
not
door.
I
teamwork.
say, watch yourself. And I walk past her.
I
Okay.
squint my eyes.
I
Oh
will.
my god.
Meow me.
Behind Meowny, I haven't left yet.
She hasn't
I'm not,
left.
I'm not
I love-
preparing to leave yet.
Okay.
Behind
So
Ophelia.
you spent the whole night staring out the window.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna call that a long rest.
Oh, okay.
You got your long
I went
rest,
to sleep.
and you also got a long rest. So with that, and having gotten through somehow an entire day without killing each other, you will all be level 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's crazy
Even
about
me?
this game.
No, not you.
You said you all. Am I right too?
I was talking to those 3. You know.
Unfortunate.
God.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all Annie's fault.
Meowny?
So with that,
Jesus Christ.
you shoulder check Meowny on your way out, heading outside into the square. Is that correct?
Can I grab her with my claws?
Oh my god.
I grab her as she's walking out, as she shoulder
What
checks
is-
me. I'm
Are
just
you
like,
just trying to stop her, or are you like attacking her?
I'm trying to like pull her back.
Oh my god.
Sure.
Do I need to make it a reflex?
So you reach out and
In front of
So you just reach out
in
to
front
stop
of
her.
The
And
little,
say-
Yeah, like I grab her shirt.
Okay, fair enough. I
jerk
mean,
her back.
she just shoulder checked you, so it's
Yeah.
not out of the realm of reason that you can reach out and grab her. It's like, hey. So you reach out, you put your hand on her shoulder, and stop her. Okay.
oh my goodness.
Now, are you wanting to turn this into some sort of attack, or are you just stopping her?
Oh god.
I say, you remind me of my friend.
You remind me of my friend.
I'm gonna just look at her.
She's dead.
She's dead.
Yeah, and I walk away.
Now I grab her again, but this time I want to attack.
Oh my God. What is this?
Okay. So you attack. By all means, make an attack roll.
We can't do this.
A 7.
Doesn't hit.
It don't hit.
Yeah.
So by this time I'm looking up.
So Ophelia walks out the door and you swipe with your claws once again, and this time you hit nothing but air. Do you want to engage in combat here, or you
No, I just keep walking.
keep on going? Okay, cool. So you're in the square, you're outside in the square. Violet, still in the inn, or are you heading outside as well?
I'm behind Mela.
You're
Oh.
behind Nella?
Is this a bad time for me to go to the restroom?
You can go right ahead.
Actually,
I'm gonna be wrapping in about 10 minutes.
yeah, you might as well stay.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I'm gonna start looking.
There's
I'm
a very
gonna
specific look.
walk out the door,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna look around. Like,
Walk out
survey.
into the square. Okay, go ahead. Make a perception check.
She don't see nothing.
4.
Do nothing.
Yeah, so
That's
you see the
crowded.
well. You see people beginning to gather around the well. You really can't make out who's who. That's about it. I mean, it's just a large cluster of people coming out of the inn into the bright daylight. A little bit of trouble with the light adjustment again. So yeah, so you come out into the square and people are beginning to gather around over by where the well sits at. There's a single individual that's sort of is standing in front of everyone like they're about to address all the people there. You can only assume that is the liaison. And I am going to wait for Ophelia to return so that we can go through this one time.
Small break.
So
Easy.
the liaison stands up on a couple of boxes.
Oh, you little.
Oh, he's
She
small.
is she is a halfling.
Beep beep.
Um,
Now she's
and
Okay.
as you all come out into the square, she begins to speak about several things. The majority of it is very basic stuff. Just covering the disturbance at the well yesterday. To address this issue, there is no dragon in the well. We have sent individuals down, and they have explored the small cave system in the well, and cleared out all hostiles. At this point, the well is safe. The water is safe. There is no need for fear or for concern. Secondly, those responsible for spreading the rumor of the well dragon will have a fine assessed upon their identification. If you have any information leading to the identification of this individual, please come forward so that we may punish the appropriate parties. Thirdly, the remaining outstanding tasks remain the completion of, or rather the clearing of the securing of the river and the trek from town to the river so that we may irrigate and expand the fields northward. The clearing of the stand of trees known as Earnest Timber east of town, and the imminent creation of a mining outpost to the south in the foothills. Anyone interested in any of these, please speak with me at the end of this gathering. And finally, anyone looking to schedule an appointment with the mayor, you may also stand back. However, please keep in mind that the mayor is an extremely busy individual responsible for maintaining the growth of Duran and providing communication to Chal on exploration of the wilds, as well as establishing contact with any existing civilizations and assimilating them into the empire. So, with that in mind, the mayor is extremely busy. Please do not be upset if your meeting is scheduled farther out than you may like. You all may go about your business now. For those of you that came in on yesterday's caravan, your remaining packed goods will be arriving with the luggage train this evening. And then at this point, she steps down off of the little box that she was standing on and slides easily behind a table with a parchment and a quill and a inkwell. And people begin lining up.
So I get in line.
Okay. You jump in rather quickly. Most of the town folk, it seems like, have heard all this before, know how it goes, and they don't have a whole heck of a lot of interest in anything related to exploration or the like. So, the line is relatively short.
Is my team coming with? As I look back, I don't.
Please state your name.
Oh, Nella.
Nella. And what is your interest in assisting Duran?
I guess I shouldn't just start with that. I was trying to schedule a meeting with the mayor. We've spoken to a tour. I can't remember his name. We were speaking to a tour, and he asked us to schedule a meeting with the mayor regarding some external.
Who?
A tour.
So, when you mention a tour, you notice that right before a look of complete confusion hits her face, there is a look more of, it's kind of mixed between disdain and fear when you say you've spoken with a tour. Well, Nella, there is no one that is a part of the city's government named a tour, so anyone that you've spoken to in that regard would not speak for the mayor.
Well, not for the mayor.
As far as scheduling a meeting with the mayor, what is it that you wish to present to the mayor?
Well, me and a few of my teammates will Yeah, a few of my teammates
We're teammates?
have no, guys, we're actually in the well, and we're assisted by whoever your government sent down to defeat the creatures that were in it.
The mayor definitely thanks you for your assistance in that regard. However, it is not anything that she would be inclined to meet with you upon. Do you have anyone that can verify that you went down into the well and were part of the group that cleared it, however?
What was it? Brax.
Once again, you see the same sort of
Like what the?
masked. This one is far more disdain than fear.
Right.
This is just straight up disgust.
Yeah.
I am familiar with Brax. Again, they are not a member of any sort of leadership in this town. Simply adventurers who have made their way to Duran for the glory of the Empire. However, Brax is known to us, so we will discuss this with him, and if he verifies what you say, then you will be due a reward.
Can I go next?
Yeah.
I'm sitting behind him now,
Oh.
and I'm like,
Is there anything else?
oh, okay.
Or are you done?
I'm not hey, no
Really, I
fighting.
mean, we're up there, so she can speak now. Because we're up. She's just with me, so you go ahead.
Your name, please.
Meow.
How do you wish to assist Duran, Meowny?
By turning someone in.
By turning someone in.
You know that person who started the rumor? I don't know who it may be, but I have an awful suspicion of who it could be.
We would love to hear your suspicions. However, if you have no proof, then we will not be inclined to pay any
So
sort of...
let me tell you really quick. When we got here, that Genasi over there jumped into a well. You can ask anyone in town, I'm sure they remember. And then we jumped in with her. And then she was the only one who came back up. And then all of a sudden, the well got boarded. And then we heard that you guys were yelling that there was a well dragon. So that's why it was boarded. So I don't know. Seems awfully suspicious.
That does sound suspicious. Your information will be shared with the other witnesses that we've had and verified, and if it turns into anything, then you will receive your due reward.
Sweet.
Is there anything else, Meowny?
Oh, I'll let the rest of my group speak. See if they want to go on any of the jobs.
I prod Ophelia. I'm like, hey, you're gonna die. You can go. Your life in here is shorter. Go. Shoo.
Wow.
Shoo.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's Helen. No.
I'm a woman.
Sure don't look like it.
I'm a woman.
So,
It's Helen.
at
Right?
this point, the mayor's liaison looks a little frustrated. It's like, I have a very short period of time this morning, so please, if you wish to move this along, I would be most grateful. Next.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll go. I don't care. She can die. I'm good with a dagger, a crossbow, a quarterstaff, and I'm okay with killing things. Rated 4 stars at my old town. Killing things.
4 stars out of what?
4 stars out of 5. That's pretty good. I returned on time, killed lots of big rats, killed goblins. Didn't manage to die yet, so let me kill things. What are the whispers?
Thank you, Violet. We look forward to having you be part of Duran and our continued expansion plans. Janasi, do you have anything you wish to add to this? Or
Yeah. You mentioned the woods east of here.
yes, indeed, I did mention the woods east of here.
Oh, killing farming.
I assume the mayor is pretty busy and it'll take a while for me to speak to him or her.
Yes, the mayor is extremely busy, and it would... At this point in time, she flips through what looks to be some sort of a scheduling book. It may be 3 weeks or more before you could get a personal audience with the mayor, as she is extremely busy. The Honorable Alisra Dochal has many things that she has to concern her.
We should take that job. I look at Nella.
Tell me more about the woods. What needs to be done?
Ernest Timber.
It's timber.
It's a small grove of woods to the east of town. I'm certain that you've seen it. If you've, well, as you rode into town, you would have noticed it. The only stand of trees around here. Very, very small grove. However, it is inhabited by a most foul beast.
How foul.
The foulest.
On a scale of...
No. I just cover my face.
Okay, I see.
My eyes get wider.
Oh, question.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
So, I hear my father has been killed, and I hear there's a caravan that's coming up.
Come
with
on, darling.
Old
It's my turn to
possessions.
talk.
Hey, old lady.
I just push her aside.
So, when his possessions come in, am I able
Jesus.
to possess it? Repossess it? It's his stuff.
It
I'm
is
next
his-
in line.
Mhm.
Something lineage.
But you don't have any proof.
My eyes. Go down that well and bring him up, and I'll show you.
He's probably rotted to death.
If you have his name and his mark is made on the manifest, then you may be able to recover whatever it is.
Sweet. Violet gets violence and money.
Oh my god.
Ow. Alright, I get out of the way.
I'm actually sick.
Why are you sick?
Anyway, how much for this beast's head?
The undying gratitude of the town, as well as whatever treasure you may find.
My ears perk up at the
Sound
word
of
treasure.
Are there no promised monies?
There's nothing promised, unfortunately, at this point. This is, after all, a frontier town.
What a cheap place.
Oh,
Well, darling, how about
Oh my god.
I go take care of this monster for you? Whatever it may be. And you just bump us up in that list.
You mean we will go take care of it together?
bump you up on the list. Oh, you mean for the to meet with the mayor? I'm certain that if you were to expedite how quickly we can expand the town eastward, then the mayor would be most grateful, and very much so inclined to meet with you. So, absolutely. And she makes a couple of scribbled notes really quickly.
We'll do it.
Let's do it.
We'll be back by sundown.
What?
What the?
Wow, that's crazy. By sun up, he meant sun up. We won't be back, but we'll say it.
We'll be back next week.
Let's go, nerds.
Lead the way, mother duck.
Mother buck.
Mother duck. Alright, guys. Well, you made it through a full night. and you finally managed to meet with the mayor's liaison.
We were gonna die.
And
How the frickety frack did you die and come back to life like 3 times?
I didn't have
so yeah, we are gonna go ahead and wrap there. It's 7 o'clock. That is probably one of the strangest sessions
I
I've
have
ever run in my life.
in my entire
first.
life.
I don't know how you lived.
Thanks, Noah.
Yeah, I had to. When he said that, I was like, okay, we gotta figure out what's going
Very
on.
cool. So next week, you two are out of town. We will have some friends that may sit in and play with us in your absence. We shall be so horribly sad at not having Meowny and Ophelia.
The stars of the show.
It'll be the side quest.
What's that?
It's a side quest edition.
Side quest edition.
Yeah.
Guess I won't be here either.
Oh, you're not coming
You're not
either?
coming?
Nah.
This
It's my
ultimate
bus.
We'll have a ride.
ultimate
It's my
side
bus.
quest.
Well. So, anyway, we're going to wrap there. We'll have more friends than I thought next week. More new friends than I thought next week.
Side quest.
But anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. And we will see you next week. Goodbye.